Hello everyone, here is a Hemu. Today we will discuss about aerial stem modification. From this stem modification is divided into three types: underground stem modification, aerial stem modification and subaerial stem modification. In the previous video we had completed this subaerial stem modification. Now we will discuss about aerial stem modification. This aerial stem modification is again divided into four parts: stem tendrils, thorns, phylloclades and bulbils. Let's enter into the one by one. First, stem tendrils. These are slender like structures and spiral means they are like spiral structures. Spirally coiled structures. These are slender spirally coiled structures and they develop either from the axillary bud and terminal bud. Every plant has an axillary bud or terminal bud. If they have examples that if the tendrils are raised from the axillary bud is a cucumber, pumpkin, watermelon are the examples, and if this tendril arises from the terminal bud, the example are grapes. What is the main function of these tendrils? The main function of these tendrils is helps to climbing of the some weak stemmed plants. And the next one is thorns. Thorns are nothing, these are the woody, straight and pointed, strong structures, and these are hard, woody, straight, strong, pointed structures. They protect from these are helps to protect from grazing animals. The grazing animals are nothing but they will eat the animals eat plants. In order to protect the plant, in order to protect themselves, the plants will give as thorns, and these thorns will help from the grazing animals, and they can't eat, the animals cannot eat. And the birds of the stem modified into thorns. Here the birds were modified into thorns and helps in the grazing from the animals. Example, bougainvillea. Bougainvillea is nothing but paper flowers. Next, citrus. Citrus means the lemon. And the next one is phylloclade. In some plants, the arid region leaves are modified into spines. In the arid regions means xerophytes, and the desert plants, the leaves are modified into spines, and these spines because of in avoid to reduce the transpiration. In the desert conditions the water is very less, so in order to survive the plants of the leaves were converted into spines and modified into spines. And the stem is in green color, flattened or cylindrical. If the stem is in green color means it contains chlorophyll structures. If the stem is a green color, it contains the chlorophyll structures, and it contains the chlorophyll. Presence of chlorophyll signals that photosynthesis, performing of photosynthesis. So again we will discuss about the stems are modified into fleshy, green, flattened. Some are flattened and some are cylindrical. Some are needle-like chlorophyll structures. The stem is modified into green color, contains chlorophyll, perform photosynthesis. And the leaves were modified into spines because in order to avoid reduce the transpiration, loss of water. And example are opuntia. This is a flattened phylloclade, and the casuarina is a needle-like phylloclade. And the next one is bulbils. Bulbils are nothing but in some plants, the vegetative or flower bud stores the food material. When they detach from the parent plants, they develop into advantageous roots and helps in the vegetative reproduction. Here, the bud stores the food material. When this bud is detached from the plant detached from the plant, it develops into an individual plant and produces the advantageous roots. Advantageous roots are nothing but the roots that were originated from the part of the plant body other than radical are called advantageous roots. When these buds are detached to the plant and they develop into individual new plant, this helps in vegetative reproduction. Example, Dioscorea, it is a vegetative bud, and Agave is a floral bud. Now we discussed about aerial stem modification. Here, these three do not support the vegetative reproduction. This one only support the vegetative reproduction. These three cannot support vegetative reproduction. Only bulbils will support the vegetative reproduction. And the previous video, runners, stolons, offsets, suckers, the both are support the vegetative reproduction. Thank you.